Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce our presentation on data integrity, ensuring reliable and cGMP-compliant pharmaceutical systems. My name is Dr. S.K. Singh, and I hold a PhD in this field. Over the next few minutes, we'll explore how maintaining data integrity is crucial for ensuring the quality, safety, and compliance of pharmaceutical processes. We'll look at key principles, challenges, and best practices to help you implement effective data integrity strategies. Let's get started. Let's talk about data integrity today, which is absolutely crucial for ensuring reliable and cGMP-compliant pharmaceutical systems. Essentially, data integrity means making sure that the data we collect, manage, and store is accurate, consistent, and trustworthy throughout its lifecycle. This is vital because in our industry, decisions based on data directly impact patient safety and product quality. When we focus on data integrity, we're emphasizing the importance of maintaining the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data at all times. This aligns perfectly with the overall theme of compliance and quality assurance in pharmaceutical manufacturing. By implementing strong controls and audit trails, and fostering a culture of accountability, we can prevent data manipulation or errors. This ultimately supports regulatory compliance, such as with cGMP guidelines, and helps us deliver safe, effective medicines to patients. So, in today's presentation, we'll explore how robust data management practices underpin a reliable pharmaceutical system and ensure we meet the highest standards of quality and compliance. Let's talk about data integrity, which is absolutely crucial for ensuring that our pharmaceutical systems are both reliable and compliant with cGMP standards. When we say data integrity, we're really emphasizing the importance of maintaining accurate, consistent, and trustworthy data throughout its life cycle. This means that every piece of data must be complete, unaltered, and accessible only to authorized personnel. Ensuring data integrity isn't just about avoiding errors. It's about building trust in our systems and products. In a cGMP environment, this trust is vital because it directly impacts patient safety and product quality. Whether we're recording manufacturing processes, testing results, or audits, maintaining the integrity of this data is fundamental. This slide ties into our overall theme of quality and compliance. Strong data integrity practices underpin all other aspects of a robust pharmaceutical system. When data is reliable, we can confidently make decisions, demonstrate compliance during inspections, and ultimately deliver safe, effective medicines to patients. So, keeping data accurate and secure isn't just a technical requirement, it's a core component of our commitment to excellence. Let's talk about data integrity. This is a really crucial concept because it ensures that the data we rely on is accurate, consistent, and trustworthy throughout its lifecycle. When we talk about data integrity, we're emphasizing the importance of maintaining the correctness and reliability of data from the moment it's created, through processing, and even after storage. Think of data integrity as the backbone of good decision-making. If the data is compromised or corrupted, it can lead to poor decisions, errors, or even security breaches. That's why implementing proper controls, like validation checks, access controls, and audit trails, is so important. Connecting this to our overall theme, maintaining data integrity is essential for building trust in our systems and ensuring compliance with regulations. It's about safeguarding our information so we can confidently use it to drive our business forward. Let's talk about data integrity and the ALCOA principles. These are fundamental concepts in ensuring that the data we handle is trustworthy and reliable. ALCOA stands for attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, and accurate. Being attributable means every data point should clearly be linked to the person responsible for entering or modifying it. This helps maintain accountability. Legible ensures that the data is clear and understandable, which is critical for future review or audits. Contemporaneous refers to recording data in real time or close to the actual event, avoiding any delays that might compromise accuracy. Original emphasizes the importance of maintaining the original records whenever possible, rather than relying on copies or summaries. Lastly, accurate reminds us that data must be correct and precise, reflecting the true situation without errors. These principles are interconnected and together form a comprehensive framework for safeguarding data integrity. When we adhere to ALCOA, we uphold the quality and trustworthiness of our data, which is essential for compliance, decision-making, and ultimately, patient safety. This slide ties into the overall theme by highlighting how fundamental data integrity is to our entire process. Let's take a closer look at data integrity and the ALCOA principles. These are fundamental to ensuring the reliability of our data. When we talk about ALCOA, we're referring to a set of key concepts that help us maintain data quality and trustworthiness. First, attributable means that every piece of data should clearly indicate who recorded it, so there's accountability. Next, legible asterisk emphasizes that the data should be clear and easy to read, avoiding any ambiguity. Then, contemporaneous highlights the importance of recording data at the time the activity occurs, which helps preserve accuracy. Original refers to maintaining the original records, preventing unnecessary alterations. And finally, accurate asterisk underscores that the data must be correct and truthful. Together, these principles form a solid framework to uphold data integrity throughout our processes. Connecting this to the overall theme, ensuring data integrity isn't just about compliance. It's about building trust in our results and ultimately supporting high-quality, reliable outcomes. Let's talk about data integrity and what the FDA expects from us. Ensuring data integrity means that all our data is accurate, complete, and reliable throughout its lifecycle. The FDA places a strong emphasis on this because it directly impacts product quality and patient safety. Key points include maintaining control over data, preventing any unauthorized alterations, and ensuring traceability. This means we need robust systems and procedures to safeguard data from creation to archiving. Another important aspect is consistency. Our data must be consistent and verifiable, which supports transparency and accountability. This aligns with the overall theme of quality and compliance we've been discussing, because solid data underpins everything we do. Ultimately, meeting FDA expectations on data integrity isn't just about avoiding regulatory issues. It's about fostering a culture of trust and excellence in our operations. Let's take a closer look at data integrity and what the FDA expects from us. Ensuring data integrity means that the data we generate, handle, and store is accurate, complete, and consistent throughout its life cycle. It's about building trust that the data is reliable and can be used confidently for decision-making. The FDA has clear expectations that all organizations maintain robust systems and controls to prevent data manipulation, loss, or errors. This includes proper documentation, audit trails, and secure data storage. By adhering to these principles, we not only stay compliant, but also demonstrate our commitment to quality and transparency. Ultimately, strong data integrity practices are fundamental to maintaining the safety and efficacy of our products, aligning perfectly with the overall goal of our presentation. When we talk about data integrity, it's crucial to make sure you're doing a few key things. First, ensure that your data is accurate and complete at all times. This means regularly checking for errors or inconsistencies that could compromise the quality of your information. Next, you want to maintain the consistency of your data across different systems and over time. It's about making sure that what you see in one place matches what's in another, so there are no discrepancies. Another important point is to implement strong access controls. Only authorized personnel should be able to modify or delete data, helping to prevent accidental or malicious tampering. It's also vital to have reliable backup and recovery procedures in place. This way, if something goes wrong, you can restore your data without losing important information. All of these steps tie back to our overall theme of data security and trust. When your data maintains integrity, it builds confidence in your decision-making processes and supports the success of your organization. So, always be vigilant and proactive about safeguarding your data's integrity. Now, let's turn our attention to data integrity, which is a critical regulatory concern. Ensuring that data remains accurate, complete, and reliable throughout its lifecycle is fundamental for compliance and for maintaining trust. Regulatory bodies place a strong emphasis on data integrity because it directly impacts decision-making, patient safety, and the overall quality of the data submitted. Any compromise or discrepancy in data can lead to serious consequences, including penalties or regulatory actions. Throughout this presentation, we've seen how data integrity ties into the broader theme of quality assurance and regulatory compliance. It's not just about meeting standards. It's about fostering a culture of precision and accountability in every aspect of data management. Remember, safeguarding data integrity is essential to uphold the integrity of the entire process and to ensure we meet the expectations set by regulators. Let's talk about data integrity requirements. Ensuring data integrity means making sure that the data we handle is accurate, consistent, and reliable throughout its life cycle. This is fundamental because decisions and operations rely heavily on trustworthy data. First, we need to consider accuracy. Data must be correct and reflect real-world values. Any errors can lead to misguided decisions or system failures. Next, consistency is crucial, meaning that data should be uniform across different systems and databases, preventing discrepancies that could cause confusion or errors. Another key point is completeness, ensuring that all necessary data is present and accessible when needed. We also need to protect data from unauthorized modifications, which involves implementing security measures and access controls. Finally, maintaining data integrity isn't a one-time task. It's an ongoing process. Regular audits, validation checks, and proper data management practices are essential to keep data trustworthy over time. All of these requirements tie back to our overall goal: to build systems that are reliable, secure, and capable of supporting informed decision-making. When data integrity is prioritized, it reinforces the foundation of everything we do in data management and system design. Let's take a look at some of the common data integrity traps that organizations often fall into. First, there's the trap of relying too heavily on manual data entry. This can lead to mistakes that are easy to overlook, but can have significant consequences down the line. Next, inconsistent data formats can cause major issues when integrating data from different sources, making it hard to trust the overall quality of your data. Another common trap is neglecting regular data validation and audits. Without these checks, errors can accumulate unnoticed over time, eroding confidence in your data. Additionally, not implementing proper access controls can result in unauthorized modifications, which threaten data integrity. Lastly, ignoring the importance of proper backup and recovery plans can leave you vulnerable to data corruption or loss, especially during system failures. Connecting these points to our overall theme, it's clear that avoiding these traps requires vigilance and proactive management. Ensuring data integrity isn't a one-time effort. It's an ongoing process that safeguards the reliability of your information, which is essential for making sound business decisions. Let's talk about data integrity traps, specifically inadequate process control. This is a common pitfall that can seriously compromise the accuracy and reliability of our data. When process controls are weak or missing, it becomes much easier for errors or inconsistencies to slip through unnoticed. This can lead to data corruption, inaccurate reporting, and ultimately, decision-making based on flawed information. It's important to recognize that strong process controls are the backbone of maintaining data integrity. Without them, even the best data management systems can fall short. So, ensuring that our processes are well controlled and monitored is essential to uphold the integrity of our data and support the overall quality of our operations. Let's take a closer look at some common data integrity traps, starting with the lack of process monitoring. When we don't have proper oversight in place, it's easy for small issues to go unnoticed, which can lead to bigger problems down the line. Without regular checks, errors can creep in silently, and by the time we realize there's a problem, correcting it can be much more difficult and costly. This gap in monitoring undermines the overall quality and reliability of our data, making it essential to establish consistent oversight mechanisms. By doing so, we can catch discrepancies early, maintain trust in our data, and support better decision-making across the organization. This point ties into our overall theme of safeguarding data integrity. Proactive process monitoring is a key part of that strategy. Let's take a closer look at some common data integrity traps, starting with lack of training and oversight. When team members aren't properly trained on data management best practices, it's easy for errors to slip in without anyone noticing. This can lead to inconsistent or inaccurate data, which undermines trust in our systems. Similarly, without adequate oversight, even well-trained staff might inadvertently introduce mistakes or fail to catch issues early on. Oversight acts as a safety net, ensuring that data quality is maintained throughout the process. Together, these factors highlight how crucial ongoing training and diligent oversight are to preserving data integrity. When we don't invest in these areas, we risk compromising the accuracy and reliability of our data, which can have serious consequences for decision-making and overall business success. Let's talk about one of the common data integrity traps: inadequate technology. When the technology we rely on isn't up to the task, it can really compromise the quality and accuracy of our data. This might mean using outdated systems that can't handle current data volumes or lack the necessary features for validation and error checking. Sometimes, organizations invest in tools that seem sufficient at first, but don't truly meet their needs as data complexity grows. The key point here is that technology should support robust data management processes, not hinder them. If we neglect this aspect, we open ourselves up to errors, inconsistencies, and ultimately, poor decision-making. This ties into the overall theme of the presentation, because having the right technology is foundational to maintaining data integrity across the organization. So, ensuring our systems are capable, current, and properly maintained is essential to avoid these pitfalls. Let's take a closer look at 21 CFR Part 11, which is a critical regulation for electronic records and signatures. This part sets the standards for how electronic records must be created, stored, and maintained to ensure they are trustworthy and reliable. Essentially, it's about making sure that electronic data has the same integrity and legal standing as paper records. One of the key points here is the emphasis on security and audit trails. We need to ensure that electronic signatures are unique to each user and that every action is traceable. This means maintaining detailed logs of who did what and when, which is vital for compliance and accountability. Another important aspect is the validation of electronic systems. They must be thoroughly tested and validated to operate correctly and securely. This helps prevent errors and tampering, ensuring data integrity over time. Connecting this to our overall theme, compliance with 21 CFR Part 11 is not just about meeting regulatory requirements. It's about building trust with stakeholders, safeguarding data, and ensuring that our electronic records are as robust and credible as traditional paper records. Let's talk about some common data integrity traps that can really undermine our efforts. One of the biggest issues is the absence of a strong quality culture within the organization. When quality isn't prioritized or ingrained in everyday practices, it becomes easy for errors to slip through. Without a culture that values accuracy, accountability, and continuous improvement, maintaining data integrity becomes a real challenge. This slide highlights how critical it is to foster a mindset where everyone understands their role in ensuring data quality. After all, without a solid foundation of quality, even the best systems can falter. So, building and nurturing that strong quality culture is essential to avoid these pitfalls and keep our data reliable and trustworthy. Let's talk about document control, which is a crucial part of ensuring our project runs smoothly and efficiently. Essentially, document control involves managing all the project documents in a systematic way, so everyone has access to the latest information. This includes things like drawings, specifications, reports, and correspondence. The key point here is that having a solid document control system helps prevent errors and confusion, especially as projects become more complex. It ensures that updates are tracked, revisions are clearly marked, and outdated information is phased out. By maintaining strict control over our documents, we also enhance accountability. Everyone knows where to find the most current data, which supports better decision-making and reduces rework. This concept ties back to the overall theme of project management excellence. Control, clarity, and consistency are what keep projects on track. So, in essence, document control isn't just about organization. It's about creating a reliable foundation that supports every other aspect of our work. For further support, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're here to help you with any questions or additional information you might need. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. We appreciate your engagement and look forward to assisting you in any way we can.